All right, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. We're here for the traditional beginning of the month video, and this morning we'll cover the top 5 cryptos to watch for July. And so, as usual in this video, I'll give you 5 cryptos that either have upcoming news that could potentially impact their price or cryptos with good chart configurations. And so that will give you 5 quite interesting cryptos for you to potentially position yourselves. All right, as usual, if you haven't already, remember to subscribe, like, and comment on this video right now to support the channel. All right, let's go. We're getting straight into the heart of the matter with the first crypto to watch this month, which for me is Solana. Now, there are several reasons why I'm bringing Solana into the top 5, but the big news is that starting today, Wednesday, July 2nd, the first Solana ETF will be launched in the United States. And the Solana ETF in the US was one of my 10 crypto predictions for 2025. And what's really positive is that this ETF will also include staking, allowing investors to have exposure to Solana and earn passive yields through staking. As for the detailed conditions, unlike traditional ETFs, which are generally quite long to be approved by the SEC, this is an ETF that was done a bit differently, allowing it to be launched directly without any prior filing with the SEC. So we'll see starting tomorrow whether or not this ETF will attract investors. In any case, with Solana still around $150 today, I truly believe this ETF is coming at the right time, and I still consider Solana at current prices, in terms of risk-reward, to be among the best cryptos in the market. All right, next, we continue this top 5 cryptos for July with Bitget's BGB. And there's no major news or upcoming events for BGB, but graphically, we're really reaching interesting pullback levels. I won't go through BGB's whole history again, but as you know, in the current cycle, BGB is a crypto with huge upward momentum, and it's one of the most solid cryptos in the market. So for me, in terms of investment, BGB is an almost essential crypto in any wallet. And in terms of retracement, there are several interesting elements here, with a retracement of just over 45% since its ATH, which was around $8.50 at the end of December. So in terms of correction, that's already quite significant. And what's particularly interesting is that on the Ichimoku weekly chart, the price has returned to the bottom of the cloud, and we can see that since its launch, this weekly cloud has always managed to hold as a support level. So BGB around $4.50. For me, in terms of retracement, we're really at an interesting level. All right, next we continue this top 5 cryptos for July with Sei Network. So Sei is currently at 28 cents with a market cap of just over $1.5 billion. And as for Sei, not much had happened since its launch, but we have some news from last week that's really interesting, as apparently Wyoming, an American state, plans to use the Sei blockchain to launch its stablecoin. So for now, nothing concrete has been launched yet, but it's still a good first step. And the other very important point is that Canary Capital has filed an ETF application based on Sei, and like the Solana ETF, this will be an ETF that includes staking. So if an American state starts showing interest in Sei, and if a Sei ETF with staking is launched soon, then in terms of price, that would likely be very positive for Sei. All right, next we continue this top 5 cryptos for July with BNB, starting with the news of the Maxwell update that occurred yesterday. So, since June 30th, the Binance blockchain now processes a block every 0.8 seconds. This allows it to improve its scalability by reducing block time from 1.5 seconds to 0.8 seconds. And so this allows it to get closer to faster blockchains. And perhaps this update will help attract more people back to the BNB chain. And it could also reignite interest in BNB. And graphically on BNB, well, it's the same. There's a really good chart. And BNB is also one of the most solid cryptos in this cycle, with, moreover, a well-validated support on the 50-week moving average in recent weeks. So graphically, BNB is really interesting. And so BNB is currently still managing to maintain upward momentum and is also managing to stay not too far from its ATH. And in case the crypto market continues to rise towards the end of 2025, BNB could be one of the first cryptos to re-break its ATH and enter the price discovery phase. And finally, we conclude this top 5 cryptos for July with the Memecoin, SPX 6900. And here too, in recent months, I've listed it several times among the best opportunities of the moment, with that significant pullback that was well validated. And we can see that since March-April, this crypto has really regained good momentum, even if in recent weeks it hasn't been enough to break the ATH yet. So, for now, on the weekly chart, there's already a pretty interesting retracement. And we'll see how it evolves going forward. In any case, overall for all memecoins in recent months, there's really been interesting momentum. If we look at the last 90 days, we realize that among the few cryptos that managed to beat Bitcoin, and these are only cryptos from the top 100, most of them, at least the majority, are still memecoins. We have, for example, Pengu. Even if Pengu is also linked to an NFT collection. We have SPX, which has done plus 125% in 90 days. We have Fartcoin, which has done plus 115%. We have WIF, which has done plus 95%. We also have Pepe, which has done plus 27.5%. And then, not far behind, with similar performance to Bitcoin. We also have Floki, which has done almost plus 24%. So this memecoin narrative since the market recovery, roughly since early April, is truly the most explosive narrative. And in terms of potential, if SPX truly becomes the best memecoin of the cycle, in terms of potential, it could be really significant. And I'm setting Dogecoin aside a bit, because I truly believe it will remain the leader. And in this current cycle, at least on paper, much like Shiba did in 2021, it seems consistent for it to take the second or third position in the narrative. And if this momentum continues in the coming months, then SPX will probably be one of the first memecoins to break its ATH and also enter the price discovery phase. So my friends, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, remember to subscribe, like, and comment on this video to support the channel. For my part, I'm putting all of this online and I'll see you soon.